And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jones. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Allen going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing on second down. Allen trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And Ingram hauls it in. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Double tight.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the end zone, Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
First and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On first down, Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Mike, 56. Hey.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. The 20. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 22 yards there, a first down. I love that play because in the snow you think run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check. 3 down. 56. Check, 56. Pick me up. Here we go.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cassius Marsh showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Check. Alert.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And now look at him go. 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Jones, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
58, right? Round 80! Mike, 58, right there. I got him! He's coming. Double up. Home. He's coming. Double up. Go!
Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They run again on first down, Chubb. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll give it to Chubb. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen finds his tight end Ingram. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll run it with Jones. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence busting through to get him for a loss of 6. After the sack on 1st down, Allen. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, hold. Smooth.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Operating from the gun, Allen. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this 1st half of play. Second and goal from inside the 5.
56. Let him know.
Here's Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Brashad Perriman in the final seconds of the 1st half, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
What's that?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. A shotgun snap for Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking deep for Gabriel. He's got a man. Complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Taylor Gabriel, an even 90 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
And when you think about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 7.
Check, 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 check. Bud, Bud, Bud. Be ready, be ready. Hey, I got him, I got him, I got him. That's me. Bang, 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 bang. Check 99, check 99.
And that'll set them back 5.
This is it. 19. 3-point down, coming.
On second down, here's Watson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mosi, 89, 89. Watch 89. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Slam. Check.
Out of the gun, Watson completes it to Samuel. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Watson on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. From the gun, here's Watson. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Josh Allen in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the ship. Hey, 31.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And this one is right down the middle. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Hey, Foxtrot. Let's get this. Mike's 50.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Let's go, defense. Out of time.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Bravo. 58's the money. 58's the money. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Here's Allen to throw it. A dump underneath to Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Allen. Open man right side is Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
With the score, Rams 16, Giants 14.
Check right 54. Middle. He don't know no better.
They go back to the ground with Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
You like to get tired of seeing me. That's 10. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, here we go.
Now Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
The protection up front, very good on that play. Had all night to throw the football, even though he was unsuccessful.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Allen. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 18.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On first down, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Quan Alexander gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to go down again. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but Let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
4 down. Check.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And again it's Chubb. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is coming onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
This one taken from the 7. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, pick your game up.
Allen to throw again. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on first down is Allen. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To throw, it's Allen. And Ingram holds it in. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
58 Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up. Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams,